Shadè Ahmed, and so this is my research. I'm investigating a natural compound, and it's isolated from brown seaweed, and it's actually known to have anti-diabetic and anti-obesity effects. So flucloxanthin is actually known to downregulate several cytokines such as TNF-alpha, IL-6, and MCP1 or CCL2. So we took that information and we decided to test the effects of my compound in triple-negative breast cancer cells. So we're testing flucloxanthin effects on Caucasian American TNBC cell lines and African American TNBC cell lines. And so here, my objective is to investigate the effects of flucloxanthin in the 231 cells and the 468 cells. So what's very innovative about my project is that I'm the first person to test flucloxanthin in African American TNBC cells. And so here we did cell viability studies after 24, 48, and 72 hours. And what we saw is that flucloxanthin was more effective at lower concentrations in the African American TNBC cell lines versus the Caucasian American TNBC cell lines. Then we went on to do cell proliferation assays, and we saw that flucloxanthin had similar anti-proliferative effects in both cell lines after 48 and 72 hours. Then we went on to do apoptosis studies, and we looked at the effects of my compound in Caucasian TNBC cell lines and then the 468 after 24 hours. So what we saw is that flucloxanthin induced apoptotic effects in the Caucasian, but there was no effects shown in the African American C cell lines. So we went on to do cell cycle arrest studies, and we saw that my compound caused cell cycle arrest at both G1 phases in both cell lines. However, flucloxanthin caused higher cell cycle arrest at S phase in the 231 cells versus causing cell cycle arrest in the 468 cells at 24 hours. Next, we went on to do wound healing and migration studies after 48 and 72 hours. And so we saw that flucloxanthin inhibited wound healing and migration in both cell lines. However, there was a higher anti-metastatic effect in the 231 cells at a shorter time period versus the 468 cells at a longer time period. And then next we did human angiogenesis antibody array, and we saw that my compound inhibits VEGF-A, which is known to induce angiogenesis. And lastly, we took this information, we decided to confirm our studies with two primers, VEGF-A and VEGF-C, and we saw that flucloxanthin, along with TNF-alpha, downregulated VEGF-A and VEGF-C by 3-fold. And so here's my study, and yeah, thank you.